Welcome to O-Talkin' with Dave. Coming to you from his fortress in Sin City, put your hands together for the pastor of positivity whose glass is always at least half full. Here's Dave.
Hey, how you doing out there? I hope you're great. I am top shelf and ready to go. I've had some interesting stuff lately. I've get a lot of feedback, and I appreciate it all. And then I've been around some groups that give unwanted feedback or feedback that some people don't appreciate. One thing is music. Music. I've heard several times lately, oh, I don't like that. That sucks. Your music sucks. I can't believe you listen to that. That's just noise. Whoo! I don't know. I don't really bristle as much as I used to because that just shows me, oh, come on, man. You don't have enough information. You ever notice that music is the only thing where people will judge your character? They don't even know you, but they'll judge your character based on what you listen to in your truck. Back in the day, I'm a redneck. I ride around with my windows down, blaring my music. Of course, I have to turn it down every now and then so I can see better. Or coming home at night when I lived at home. I still do this. When I get a block away, I turn the music down, whether my windows are up or not. Because I guess I'm sneaking in. Or what about I turn the music down? Yeah, but people will judge you by what you listen to. You can have great morals, a great work ethic. Nope. It's your playlist that they have a problem with. Oh, give me a break. I thought you were a good guy, but then I heard you listening to Cannibal Corpse, and I thought, oh, this guy's a devil worshiper. What is up? Let me tell you, I love yacht rock. Oh, please. I love it. It's not even a guilty pleasure anymore. Classic rock, which is, I think of that as 70s. So fortunate that so many of those bands are still playing, and they're good. They're still good. I like funk. Oh, bring the funk. Play that funky music, white boy. Blues, the blues, foundational. I love blues. I love sitting in with a blues band here locally every now and then because you just feel it. It's great. More on that. But metal, give me metal. Ooh, I love it. That gut-wrenching, pounding, bump into your neighbor throb of some metal music. And then I say hardcore. People think I'm talking pornographic. No, not really. But hardcore. Get that mosh pit going. Oh, you've got the spirit and all that going on. And then even death metal. Yeah. So I've turned a lot of you off just now. So you need to listen. You're the ones that need to listen. I can go from sipping a drink on a boat to contemplating life to wanting to flip a table and pop somebody in the skull. And that's just in the morning. That's before I have lunch, sometimes before I have breakfast. You talk about variety, that's fantastic. I love it, almost all of it. I don't know if there's any music that I hate. And if I did, I wouldn't say it. I think I've got emotional stability. Let me say it this way. What emotional stability I have, I owe a lot of that to music. For my mood, or to alter my mood, or to get me fired up, or to calm me down. The thing is, one of my foundational beliefs is it is better to love something that someone hates than to hate something that someone loves. And if you do, just keep your mouth shut or get to know them better. Every genre of music, they probably think it's the best. That's why they do that genre. And people have I'll say loyalty, but sometimes they get myopic with their approach. Maybe it's not about if it fits a mood or has a particular place that makes it the best. But most people think that their favorite music is the standard. And that's fine. I love it. But don't down somebody else's. Everything else to them is just a mistake or a phase or a cry for help, maybe. That boy needs help. He's got a lot of anger issues. Let him let it go in a mosh pit rather than on the street. Anyway, so I want to walk through this musical battlefield that we're talking about. every genre is armed with its own opinions. And many times people, when they talk about their favorite genre, they have no humility at all. It's the best. That tells me a lot about those people as well. So I'm going to go through 11 genres. Get ready. Woohoo! I feel like Dick Clark right now, or Dick something. I don't know. Let's talk about yacht rock. Yacht rock. A lot of people don't know what yacht rock is. To me, it's just that easy listening from the 70s. A lot of one-hit wonders in yacht rock. A lot of things get thrown into yacht rock that really don't belong. Anything Michael McDonald is singing background vocals on, that's probably yacht rock. But Steely Dan, all the one-hit wonders like Looking Glass or King Harvest or Jay Ferguson. All that stuff. It's so good. If it had a tagline, it would be, "We don't sweat, we glide," with a boat drink, maybe a little captain's hat on. It's smooth enough to relax you, soft enough to make you, I don't know, some may question your masculinity if you're not careful. However, a lot of people just call it background music. Okay. All right, because Muzak came out and started playing stuff from 20, 30 years ago. And in the 90s, you're going to hear a lot of yacht rock instrumental stuff. I remember I worked at Food World. I was the assistant to the assistant night shift produce manager. It's always going on. A lot of one-hit wonders in yacht rock with no words. It was just in the background. However, now, to me, it's in the foreground. Bring it out. Yachtly Crew is a great yacht rock band. I saw it, and these yacht rock bands are global. And so most people who don't know yacht rock are either too young or too old to have appreciated it when it was happening live on FM radio. Yeah, the thing about yacht rock is it's not controversial. It doesn't argue with you. It just quietly brings the class with the harmonies and real music. People who can have beautiful voices. It's so good. I love yacht rock. So if you're listening to that, I'll probably saddle up beside you and sing along. I'll try to harmonize with you a little bit. And I did say try. But part of yacht rock, you can cross genres. The thing that really crosses a lot with yacht rock that's not yacht rock, but I see people making the mistake, is classic rock. Classic rock, if they had a tagline, it would be, "Hey, we did it better." This is real music. It's weird that I listen to a lot of classic rock and I can actually say, yeah, I remember that. I was a teenager. One of the things I said, yeah, I played this stuff on stage when it was on the radio. And younger people look at me like, man, how old are you? But classic rock fans, they don't really discover music. They preserve it. They still have the same playlist from 50 years ago. I love it. And now with Spotify and all the other streaming services, and I'm on Spotify, but they're not a sponsor, but they could be. I can pick and choose what I want. And then you hit my playlist or my favorites list, you're going to hear all these genres. They're going to be in there. But when you talk about classic rock, people who don't like that, they just say you're just stuck in the same decade forever. Yeah, I'd say it's one of the best ones, though. They're still playing. I don't think they're going to be playing some of the stuff on the radio today, and I'm not dissing it, using my street language there. I don't think they'll be playing some of this stuff in 50 years. 50 years ago, they're playing 70s classic rock now. Whole new generations are embracing it. Yeah. Half of them are listening to the music, and then they spend a lot of time defending the legacy. Skinner! Yep, don't play Freebird. I've heard Freebird enough, I believe, for my lifetime. But once you put it on, I get revved. Love classic rock. So let's talk about the blues. And I started to talk about blues first just because it's foundational. The blues, everybody's had the blues, but the blues around the music, I'm trying to see how many times I can say blues, by the way. It's like we felt it. You feel that music. We felt it first. If you haven't ever had tough times, heartbroken, any of your troubles, you can sing the blues. If you ever had to put a pet down or broke up with a relationship or, I don't know, stubbed your toe on the furniture, I don't know, you can write a blues song. Yeah, it's where it all started. Blues is what happens when life punches you in the face. Now, a lot of times, other music is how you get this out too. But the blues is just, hey man, you just write a song about it. Instead of filing a complaint with HR, yeah, no man, I got to sing about it. A lot of people say blues, it all sounds the same. A lot of it is similar. You know why? Because pain is consistent. I sit in with the blues band from time to time, and it's just great. Just tell me what key we're in. Or give me 3 measures, and I'll figure it out. Bum-ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. And just boom. You can just say it. You can just say the words. You don't even have to sing it. Because it's not a big production thing. It doesn't need it. Maybe just a guitar, a story, and a reason. You don't even have to have a guitar. You can just, whatever. You can just sing it. And I've seen people in New Orleans just tap on a bucket and sing the blues, man. Everything else is just decoration. It's great. And the uncomfortable truth around it is a lot of genres are going to argue about, it's just the blues. It's just the blues? Most genres are just the blues with a lot of slick marketing and louder amps or more intricate things. Blues are basic. Blues come from pain. Also, as you look at, what is it? I forget the movie now. I was just going to say it. Steve Martin. He said, and he comes out, and he grew up with this black family, and he comes out and he hears happy music for the first time. Oh, what is this joyous music? Yeah, but everybody has had the blues at one time or another. So that's why that music hits home so much. And then the other side is that funk, man. Bring me that funk. We don't find the groove. We are the groove when we're in funk. George Clinton. All the other people dabble in it. I've said Bruno Mars. He's 10 of these genres, but puts that funk in there. It doesn't ask if you want to dance. It decides it for you. Let's go, baby. You can't sit still listening to that. If you do, something ain't right. Your cornbread ain't done in the middle. People say, okay, that's a lot of stuff going on there. Oh, you got that bass line. You got horns every now and then. You got dancing. You got maybe multiple singers. Ow, love it. It's not chaotic. It's controlled chaos, I'll give you that. But, hey, just get your timing right. I don't know what accent I'm using right now. I think it's my funk feeling bringing that out. But funk is what happens when the rhythm gets you. The rhythm is winning. It's fantastic. And so now, I got to get the funk out of my face right now because I want to talk about metal. Ooh. The reason we're screaming is because you're not listening. Metal. And metal is so many genres. I'm going to talk about a couple of them, but metal gets a bad name. And you tell me the hardest band, and I'll tell you a lot about yourself. A lot of people talk about metal. Oh, it's Metallica. It's that hard stuff. In the 80s, Van Halen was hardcore metal. That's what they were considered. Give me a break. It's all perspective on this stuff. Oh, metal fans just look angry. Yeah, but they're usually the most polite people in the room. I've got references here. I go to metal festivals, and people are holding the door for people. They're helping people up. They're thinking. In Vegas, years ago, we come to metal festivals, and I'm in Vegas a lot, so I hear it, and you talk to people. I had customers, and they talk about the difference in the crowds. And they 2021? It was here for 3 years that I came to it, and people talked about, this is the most polite group. You know who they said was the most impolite and rudest? When they had the NBA basketball game, all-star game here. Horrible, entitled, petty people is what they said. Not only them, but their fans. They're reporting. Also, you know who the second most polite people were? The AVN Awards every year. That's the porn industry. Yeah, they are. They're really polite. Yeah. Yeah, somebody didn't get enough hugs, but still, that's not the same people. Metal people are polite. But they're, like I started this with, they're judged by the music. It's angry. It's just noise. No, it's just, there's some distortion there. Maybe some of these people wanted to be musicians and they don't have that beautiful vibrato and singing voice. Some of them do. I can tell you beautiful singing voices, but it's touching people. It's fantastic. And you look around the world, metal fans are some of the most loyal. You show up and you've got those shirts on and you are brothers in some way. Some would call it therapy. Yeah, it's just louder and probably more honest than a lot of therapy. Yeah, and I'm not judging others. I'm just telling you. Give the fans a listen if you don't like the music, and that will help you understand the music. So let's get a little more hardcore, if you will, with hardcore music. My son turned me on to this. Yeah, it's just skip the intro and let's make some contact. It looks like fighting. And don't take me to the bank on any of this stuff, but I remember in my day when punk hit, they started having slam dancing. That's what we called it. Sounds so silly now. Mosh pits, stuff like that. It looks like they're fighting. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're enjoying the music. They're getting stuff out of their system. I love it. I've been knocked down so many times. When you know how old you are by how many people come to help you up when you get knocked to the ground. Woo! My son tells some great stories about that. But he wasn't one that helped me up. What's up with that, dude? But anyway, a lot of music builds and builds to a crescendo. Hardcore starts at 10 and just keeps going. Yeah, a lot of people, there's not music. Where's the song? You're standing in it, buddy. What you smell is what you're stepping in. It's not music you listen to. This is music you get involved in and you survive, and then you're ready for what's next. A lot of people, it's therapy. If you don't understand it, that's okay. I don't understand some of your stuff. You'll understand me better if you understand what I listen to as well. But don't judge me because I listen to everything. So let's go to another very controversial type of metal, and that would be death metal. Going to Maryland Death Fest in a couple of weeks, mid-May. I'm so excited. 5 days from noon till 2 in the morning. So excited. And when I say that, people look at me like, what? Huh? I never thought you would be into that kind of music. What do you mean? You don't know me very well then. Most people who know me now, and everybody listening right now, you get that a little more. And I'm not putting one over the other. These are in no particular order. So, death metal crowds think subtlety. Maybe that's a cowardly approach. There is music, and then there is an endurance sport. Death metal brings the two together. And people say, I can't understand a word. That's the point. You're not supposed to listen to the words. You're supposed to feel it. Yeah, look at the liner notes. You may not want to. However, death metal's less about the lyrics and more about the feeling or the intent. It's incredible. Once you get into that groove, how you understand these people. This is why they're so polite. When you hear about someone being a serial killer or school shooting, the world wants to tell you they listen to that devil music. No, they did that in the 70s, but now they don't. I'd rather you listen to some extreme music and get it out of your system so that you don't go shoot up a McDonald's. Check me. They're not reporting that. They're not reporting that. All right, that's enough. I can feel some of your eyes are getting sore from rolling them. All right, don't listen to it. That's fine. We can listen to country. It's not the opposite. You know, a lot of people, country and rap are considered two of the most popular musics in the world right now. How about that? Good for country. Yeah. If I was going to listen to music, neither one of those would be my first choice. But when I'm listening with somebody else, oh, okay, gotcha. But I guess the country thing is same roots, just different boots. Why not? You have old country, you have country western, you have cowboy hip hop, you got all this stuff now. You line dancing, all that. I'm in a country band. I know this stuff. But old country's kind of the theme would be like, I lost everything, but I'm still standing. Kind of sounds like the blues, doesn't it? New country is, I got a truck and a tan, and we're all good. Florida Georgia line. Now Florida Georgia line's old country. New country, I'm not gonna begin to name. Ella Langley's over the top now. Riley Green's fantastic. You got all these. I hate to list people because everybody, you forgot about who, or what about them? Or, yeah, good, do it, dude. I love it. But people will talk about country is just pop music in a cowboy hat. No, it's not. It can be to some degree. Taylor Swift crossed over from country to mainstream. Oh, now country hates her. Oh, mainstream. After they heard the music, oh, she's not country. She's legitimate now. It's a little judgy. Yeah. But I tell you what. Like it or not, it's catchy. You got to admit that. Old country, new country. You've got some people that old country. I know George Strait and Alan Jackson have talked bad about new country. Yeah, it evolves. It evolves. If you don't like it, don't listen to it, but don't argue. Old country and new country, they don't argue with each other. They just stare at each other from across the bar. Yeah. Country music. You got to love it. Then you got hip hop and rap. Yeah, they come out and just say it. They say what other people want, whether it's clever, whether it's cutting, whether it's East Coast versus West Coast. Hip hop is raw and direct and unapologetic. A lot of people say it's just the same thing over and over. It's repetitive. Yeah, it all is. It's what a chorus is. It's the same themes. Yeah, okay. What's your genre? Same themes. Yeah, it's also, to the fans, it's the truth. It needs to be said. So say it. Somebody had to say it. Thank you for saying it. I love that philosophy. Then you got the old school and new school rap or hip hop. I don't know why I'm doing these gestures with my hands because I'm not qualified. But old school versus new school, it's not really a debate as much as it's just a family argument with a little more bass and rhythm. The rhythm. So let's talk about pop music, because this is the one. I don't listen to pop because I think of pop music as what's popular today. I don't know. I can go to pop music in the 70s. There's a lot of one-hit wonders, and I still remember the words, and I'm not a word guy. But pop music now, the charts, who keeps charts? The music industry has changed so much. You don't go buy an album and put it on and look at the liner notes and all the words like you used to. Nothing wrong with that. Music is accessible. I can listen to any song anytime I want, anywhere. How about that? That's from a guy who had a 45 or had to sit by his radio with a recorder and hit play and record at the same time to capture a song. Otherwise, I just left it up to the DJ's discretion. So pop, it's the ones you know the words to. It's that catchy chorus. It's on the radio now for those who still listen to that. It almost influences what you like by playing what others like. Request lines. It's a favorites list of somebody. And a lot of people think, oh, it's overproduced. It's manufactured. Yeah, and wildly successful. That's why they call it pop. Pop is for popular. It's not trying to impress you. It's just trying to stay in your head. And usually it does. I got to get that song out of my head. Mickey is my least favorite song. Forevermore, ever. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. I just want to burst because it's stuck in my head. My friend Liz's kryptonite is My Sharona. Yeah, I happen to like that from time to time if we're riding around and that comes on. I'll take a screenshot and send it to her. And of course, she'll send back some sort of expletive as I deserve. But pop music wins because it's popular. at any given time. I love looking back at the top 10 from the year I was born, the top 10 and 30 years ago, all of that stuff, because, I remember that. You know how you remember it? It sticks. It does. And then the last one I'll hit is jazz. Now, jazz, they can be a little nose in the air because it's true musicianship. Some of the best drummers or virtuosos on any instrument, jazz is usually one of the tougher ones. Can't keep up. That's because the music is sophisticated. You're just behind. It doesn't follow any rules. Yeah, it makes its own rules, or at least negotiates to get you to learn the stuff. And I love it. Smooth jazz, love it. I'll get in Ubers from time to time, and they're playing it. That tells me a little bit about the person. They're a little calmer, a little more easygoing. Yeah, they got some stuff worked out right now. They're just enjoying the music. Yeah, I love it. And a lot of people think it sounds unfinished. It needs a little something here. It needs a little something there. It's alive. The music is alive. And you can hum along. You can do your own part along with it because it leaves space for you to fill in. That's why it sounds unfinished. It's not. Jazz is what happens when musicians will trust themselves more than any structure. It's not intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Nah, jazz is, I see similarities in jazz and blues, but jazz is they had to just go off on a tangent. I love it. So there are 11 genres. I love them all. Some more than others. And a lot of it depends on, hey, what am I doing? What do I want? What's my mood? I think there's some things we can all agree on, no matter what genre we love most. Music hits hardest when it's real. I could not live without music or laughter or bacon. Whether it's blues, pain, or metal, rage, it's authentic. I think we can all agree on that. And live performances will change your mind. I remember bands that I didn't like the song or I didn't like the video, but when I saw them live, whoa. Man, they're harder than I thought. Or they're really talented. You take away all the production, it's still good. You have an individual come out to a crowd, just him and his guitar, and mesmerize 20,000 people. That's more than music. Live music will change your mind on stuff. And I think we all judge. Let's just agree on that. But then we'll secretly borrow some of it. You may not like that genre, but done right at the right time, ooh. You may not like the song, but they play it in the middle of a ball game or a hockey match or something like that. It's, oh yeah, that hit. You hear it at a strip club, that will change your life. Pour some sugar on me. No, I don't go to strip clubs as much as you may think. But we judge them. But then again, guilty pleasure. And then nostalgia. If you're keeping score, nostalgia is undefeated. Certain eras. Oh my God. I go back to Brandy by Looking Glass, Jay Ferguson, Thunder Island. Billy Don't Be a Hero. I think that's the first song I ever cried at. Yeah, judge me. I don't care. I would sing it right now, but I promised I wouldn't cry. But that nostalgia, that hits home every time. You can remember where you were. You can remember maybe what somebody had on or what smelled. That's powerful. And then the right song at the right time is everything. The context will beat the genre every time if it hits right. Maybe it's that love. Maybe it's that heartache. Maybe it's that certain phrasing that makes you think of someone. That beats any genre. Absolutely. But we're divided around music. A lot of people get so involved in technique that they don't get the emotion. There's emotion in every music. There is. And some people get all caught up. Or maybe they want to be impressed so much they miss it. some of the simple things. Some people, virtuosity is their thing, so they look at technique or complexity. I'm telling you, some of the most touching music that stands the test of time is very simple. And then a lot of people are just against new stuff. Any new music, poo-poo on it. Yeah, they probably feel that way about other things in their lives too. I didn't hit gospel. That's one that I didn't hit. Just because I don't want 1,000 emails. Oh, you talked about death metal and gospel in the same. Bite me. However, old versus new, that's when it really hits. In churches, praise music. That's campfire music. We don't like that. I want hymns, first, second, last verse, and King James, by God. Give me a break. We are divided by that, though. And then you've got the message versus the melody. I remember I hummed songs for years and didn't know what they said. A lot of times I don't know the words to a song and I'll be singing karaoke and stuff. I've been singing that wrong for 40 years because I was more about the melody than the message. And then people get caught up in real versus commercial. There's AI music that you would never know the difference right now. There's AI music climbing the charts. You know what? A good song, I love songwriters. I got a bunch of friends that are songwriters. A good song is a good song. Is that real versus commercial? Is it overproduced? What? Okay. There are versions out there. Live and let live on this. Yeah. We're divided on that. And there's some things that we're just never going to agree on. What's real music? A lot of stuff I listen to, people say, that's not even music. Okay. It is to me. Yeah. Screaming, it's not singing. Okay. Thank you so much. Why do you scream so much then? I heard you screaming at your kids. What are you singing at them? What are you doing? What? Yeah. Auto-tune. Oh. What is it? T.I.? Auto-tune? Is that cheating or is it genius? Woo. Gary Newman, the Cars guy. I've read his autobiography, and one of the things he searched, give me new sounds. Give me a new tone. That's what a lot of guitar players, looking for that tone. It's a signature tone. Okay, is that cheating or genius or all the computers, all the programming, AI? Yeah, everybody has an opinion on it. You're not going to agree. Don't try to convert somebody. Don't try to convert somebody because a lot of times brilliance is confused with laziness. My buddy Max says, hey, some of my best songs come to me when I'm asleep. So if I'm laying on the couch, leave me alone. I'm working. Brilliant. Yeah. And then the list guys. I love lists. But what's top 5 songs all time? What's 5 top bands all time? It's fun to go back and forth. But those militant people, that's the best song ever written, man. Whew. It's got a lot of company. So the whole classics versus new we talk about. Classics say it just used to have more soul. And new people say it still does. You're just not listening. You're just not listening. I know Luke Combs redid Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. Did a great job. They even sang it together on some live appearances. But some people, no, I like the original. Okay. You play them side by side, you can barely notice any difference. And it reached a whole new audience because Luke is on top of the world. Tracy was glad. She made some money too. But it exposed it. What is wrong with that? Classics had limitation, which spawned creativity, finding a way to do it. I love to hear the songs where it's like Bat Out of Hell in that song where Todd Rundgren was a producer and they wanted a motorcycle at the end to speed off. They didn't have a motorcycle, so he just got his guitar and made it sound like a motorcycle. It's a motorcycle on the album. It's creativity. We do with what we've got. Now you've got sampling, you got all that other stuff, which doesn't, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. The new stuff, you have a freedom. You have more options. Don't hate it because of that. It creates more, versatility as well. Neither's wrong, but they're not going to agree. The debate is not bad. It's when you discount something completely that you're missing the benefit. Because the truth is, music isn't supposed to make us all the same or have the same impact. It's supposed to give us a place to belong. Different rooms, different sounds, but the same need. And if you trace it all the way back, through all the distortion and all the beats and the polish and the noise, whatever your definition of noise is, a lot of it just brings it right back to the blues. A guitar, a voice, and a story. Everything else is just maybe louder ways of saying the same thing. So yeah, your music might not be my music necessarily, but if it makes you feel something, turn it up. I get it. Music calms the savage beast. The savage beast loves music is a better way to say that. We all do. So I hope you go to maybe some new genres, but if you don't, just enjoy what you enjoy. Don't beat somebody else up for enjoying something else for the same reasons. I think that's good advice. All right, I'm going to go crank something up right now. However, hit me up, david@otalks.com or david@otalks.com. Just go to the website. Hit me up with what you love. Maybe your musical tastes have changed or whatever. Let me know what you got. I love it. Live music, live comedy, live entertainment. Go see some, please. And then let me know what you think. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging on. But most of all, thanks for Talking with Dave. Giddy up. Yachts.